Hello everyone and welcome back once again to the channel. In today's tutorial we want to work on a photo manipulation using these resources at our very left to come up with this design work. And so without much ado, let's delve right into it. So we are going to go to our tools bar right at our very left, click on the rectangle tool, double click and drag to create this rectangle shape. Now after creating the shape, we are going to apply a gradient fill, that is the color of black and deep red. So we go back to our tools bar once again, click on the interactive fill tool, double click and drag to create this gradient fill. Now all we need to do is to change the color white. So to do that, you can simply click on the box and click on the color red right on your color palette, or click on the white box, the drop down arrow right here, click on that and choose the color you want. Alright, so this is okay for our design. When done with that, you simply close it. And the type of gradient fill we are going to be using is elliptical fountain fill. So the property bar right here, you click on elliptical fountain fill. So this is what we are going to have. Alright, so you adjust that a bit. And this is perfectly fine. Now the very next thing we are going to do is to bring in a shape. We are going to create a shape right here. So you go back to your tools bar once again, with your pen tool selected, click once and drag to the top, click once again and drag it right to the very start to create two lines for you. Now you move to your tools bar once again and your shape tool, click on that and highlight all the knots of the lines you have created. Now on the property bar, you convert to curve. Right after converting, you drag one of the lines to the very right and the other to the very left. Now to adjust this, you simply click on the ending knots to have these two directional knots for you to easily adjust the shape as per how you want it to be. Alright, great. Now with this being done, the very next thing we are going to do is go back to the tools bar once again, click on the pen tool and create a line through the oval shape we have created. So we are going to give this a color of white so we can see the difference between the two. Now with our color, with the line we have created, we need to move to our shape tool once again. Select your shape tool, click on the middle of the line and select convert to curve on the property bar. Now adjust this by dragging it this way. Alright, now you increase the width of the line. So you go to the property bar, the stroke of the line, we are going to increase it to, let's look at 12. Alright, so probably 14 should be okay for this. This is okay. Now we want to convert this stroke to an object. So we go to object, convert outline to object. Alright, or possibly use the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+Q to convert an outline to an object. Now with this selected, you hold down Shift and select the oval shape. Now trim the portion of the oval shape that is covered by the line object we have created, and delete this. Now this is what we are going to have. Alright, so you right click on this and power clip into the oval shape. Right click on it once again and choose edit power clip. Now you can adjust this to fit into the oval shape. Great, this is okay with me. Alright, so we are going to bring this Ctrl X Ctrl V to bring it up and increase the size just like this. Now anytime you are working on a photo manipulation, you need to make sure you color grade to create balance between the objects. If you look at this very image compared to the background, the color doesn't seem to match, so we need to work on that. So you go to effects, adjust brightness, contrast and intensity. You click on that and we are going to adjust this a bit. Alright, so you reset it. You can follow my numbers and adjust yours as that. So now you can see it's balancing well with the background. Alright, can increase the intensity to sharpen it as you want. Alright, so I think this looks great. So the next thing we are going to do is to make a copy of this. Ctrl C Ctrl V, and you mirror it horizontally. Now after mirroring, you position it right beneath it, and with the mirrored image selected, you apply a transparency to the very down to create a reflection. Okay, to create a reflection to your image. Alright, so this looks great. So the next thing we are going to do is to apply a shadow to the very down right here. With manipulation of photo, we are just trying to create realism with the object. Alright, so we are going to go to convert to bitmap, go to effect, go to effects, blur, Gaussian blur. Great. This looks absolutely fine. So the very next thing we are going to do is to crop out this coffee seat. Okay, so we are going to be using the freehand tool. I prefer using the freehand tool because it's much faster for me. After being done, I simply need to adjust the knots to get the shape right fitted in. Alright, so double click and freely trace the part of the object that you want to be selected. Alright, great. Now when done, all you need to do is to simply adjust this. Alright, simply adjust it till the object perfectly fits into the shape. Okay, just like using your pen tool, but I find this to be much faster. Alright, so Great. Now when done, you select the object you just created and select the image and intersect. Alright, so this time you have this right here. Control page up to bring that up. So you don't need this, you don't really need this, so you have to simply delete. Now if you look at this with our design, there seems to be a lot of contrast, but we need to color grade this as well. So you go to effect, adjust brightness, contrast, intensity. Okay, so you can increase the contrast of this, reduce the brightness a bit. Alright, I think this is cool. So you can simply play around with it, and if you are okay, that should work. So we are going to position this right here, tilt it a bit, make a duplicate, position it right here. Okay, then we are going to apply a blur effect to this time motion blur. Alright, normally with this kind of works, you apply motion blur to add a lot of realism to it. Make a copy of this, Ctrl D to duplicate. Alright, so it keeps popping up here. Hey, come right here. Alright, so this is what we have. Another duplicate, reduce the size of this a bit. Okay, so we are going to apply a merging mode called screen to this right here. Okay, then finally we have this as well. Screen merging mode as well to this. I'm going to position it at the very edge, intersection point of these two images. So to extract this and change the color, you go to trace bitmap, outline trace line at, trace bitmap, outline trace line at. Alright, you allow it to go through the progress. Great, so you simply click on OK. Alright, so we have this separated, so this isn't needed anymore. Ctrl U to ungroup. Going to change this color to red. Sorry, so this to red. And this to white. Great, now we can highlight all and group them back. Position them right here. And here we are, done with our design work. Alright, so following very simple steps. The rule is to always make sure there is balance between your elements. Alright, the images you use, there is balance between them. The color grade align with one another, and to also add realism in terms of shadow. Okay, we use shadows to add realism to our designs. just to make them pop. Alright, so if you find this video helpful, do all to subscribe. Alright, turn on the notification bell